Catlin here with lesson 14. This one has quite a bit of work on it, so I tried to organize it with a little table over here to help us stay on track. I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E set up like this. I'm probably just going to do maybe the top two or three and then let you do the others on your own, just because it's very repetitive. It's the same thing over and over. And whenever you're doing these types of surface area problems, I think the equation that Andre helped us develop is the fastest way. Now, you could find the area of each face and add them all together if that's the way that you want to go, and it will give us the same answers that we're getting. I just like this perimeter times height plus the two area of the bases. I think it's just faster, and I think it's the way to go time-wise. It takes you less time. So let's do it with a area of surface area, this first one here. Now, with a rectangular prism like A and C, doesn't really matter which face you choose as your base. I'm going to pick this as my base. All right. So the first thing that I need to do to find the surface area is I need the perimeter of this shape. So I need to add up. I know these are 10s on the side, and I know that they're 5s on the top and bottom because of the opposite side. So my perimeter will be 10, 20, 25, 30. So 30 is my perimeter of my base. All right. That's like unraveling the box. We're going to multiply that by the height of my base. Now, if this is my base, my height is this figure, which is the 8. So we want to choose the right number there. Plus 2 of my base areas, because I got to include those. I'm wrapping around and getting the big rectangle, but I got to add the 2 bases here and the other one in the back. And they're 10 by 5, so they're 50 apiece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the calculator to work all of this out all in one clean swoop and get what the answer is. You can use your Desmos calculator for that as well. So I'm doing 30 times 8 plus 2 times the quantity of 50. All right, and that gives me 340, and these are units squared. Okay, so that's how I'm going to work these out. I think it's the fastest way to do it. I don't have to draw a net for every one of them. It's just a formula that I can follow to knock it out pretty quick. I'm going to do one of the triangles, and I think I'm just going to leave the other 3 up to you to do. If you don't do them because you didn't watch the video, those are points that I will take off. I'll probably grade this page. B. So let's look at the surface area for this one. This one, the base is important because the base is not any of the rectangular sides. The base is the triangle. Okay, and the triangle is given here. Now, they also tell you this is 10. This is an important number for us to know because it's part of our perimeter. All right, the perimeter of the triangle is add up all the sides. 10 plus 8 plus 6. 18 plus 6 gives us 24 for our perimeter, multiplied by the height. The height of the base is this distance here, which is clearly 15, plus 2 of the areas of the base. Now, the area of this base is a little trickier because it's a triangle. Don't forget that area of a triangle is half times base times height. So the area of this, and 10 is not used. 8 and 6 are your base and height. 10 is a slant. So we're going to do half times 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. And then half of that is 24. Okay? So we're getting 24 for the area of our base whenever we find it. So we're going to plug that in here. And then the rest of it is, just some multiplication to find that big rectangle that wraps around the whole thing, and then the 2 bases added to that. So 24 times 15, that gives me 360. Plus I got to add the 2 24s, which is like another 48. So 408 is the surface area in square units for this one. Okay, so I've got this table set up for you. I think if you continue this pattern with your others and pick the correct bases and don't mess up on your perimeter or area of your shapes, you should be okay. And give it a shot. And what I'll do is, if you have a question about whether they're right or not, you can email me and ask if you have questions. Maybe I'll post another video. But I'm not going to spend 20 minutes on doing those other 3 problems. You guys can spend some time on your own there. So number 2, B is the intersection of line AC and ED. So there's an intersection here of ED and AC, 2 lines. And we got to find the measure of all these other angles. So let's find ABF. ABF would be this angle right here, and it appears to be 110 plus 20, and 110 plus 20 is 130 degrees. Measure of angle ABD. ABD is this angle right here, and it is supplementary to the 110. So it would be equal to 180 minus 110, which is equal to 70 degrees. Since they're supplementary, we know that this is 70 degrees because they make 180 together. All right, the next one says the measure of angle EBC. E to B to C is this orange one that I'm marking right here. We know that this is 20, and we also know that this is 110. So the way that I'm going to think about this one is a supplementary on C here, that 110 plus 20 plus our mystery angle. Okay, 110 plus 20 plus our mystery angle, which is what we're trying to find, EBC, that all equals 180. So when I combine those, I get 130. So I've got to find the mystery angle by doing 180 minus 130. And that would be 50. So I get 50 for that one. This one is 50 degrees. A lot of students think that the 70 and the 50 there are vertical, but it's actually the 20 and the 50 combined that are vertical with the 70. So we get a lot of 70s for that one, but they're not. The next one, FBC. FBC is, maybe I just did that one. Sorry about that. EBC is 70. FBC is the 50. Sorry about that. I guess I got my F and my E backwards. So sorry about that one. FBC is 50. So EBC is the 20 plus the 50. It's actually the same. So I guess you can say all that goes down there, and that FBC is actually 70 degrees. So I'll write it over here. This one is 70 degrees because it's vertical to the ACD. Okay, or ABD. E, next one, last one, measure of angle DBG. DBG is right here, okay? And we don't have anything vertical to it, so we really need to focus on the supplementary action that's here. 70 plus our angle plus 65 all line up on that straight line, so they equal 180. When you combine these, you get 135 plus mystery angle equals 180. So 180 minus 135 gives us our mystery angle. And counting up, 5 gets me to 140, and 40 more, so 45. This one would be 45 degrees for this one. And there you go. There's all the angles that it's asking for. You could draw on this, or you could write them over here to the side, whichever you prefer. Sorry about my mess up on C. C is 70, D is 50. And that finishes that page.